amazing top 10ers, how are you doing today? Well, I hope. Recently we made a video called the top 10 things that will happen when Queen Elizabeth dies. Now this got an insane number of views and some excellent feedback, so much so that we thought we would bring you a part 2. But before I get into this video, I just want to let you know that we have a brand new channel coming at you called Top 10 Gaming. If you guys love gaming and top 10, then you absolutely need to subscribe because it's perfect for you. I'm not going to tell you who's hosting, I'm just going to let it be a surprise. Okay, so what will happen after the ever magnificent Queen Elizabeth dies? While we covered most of the important immediate responses in part 1, there are still a few things we can talk about here, so let's do it. Coming in at number 10, Abdul Halim of Kedar will become the longest reigning monarch. Currently, Queen Elizabeth II is the longest living and reigning monarch, having been on the throne since 1952, so that's over 65 years. She became the longest surviving after King Rama IX of Thailand passed away in 2016. Following Queen Elizabeth, the second oldest living monarch is Abdul Halim of Kedar, an area in Malaysia. Coming in at number 9, world leaders will send in their condolences. As part of the immediate aftermath, world leaders would be quick to send their condolences to the mourning United Kingdom. They'll also want to welcome in the new king, with her eldest son Charles set to take the throne. Many will praise her in their eulogizing, and some country landmarks may even change their colours in condolence. British flags will be flown at half-mast throughout the mourning period. Coming in at number 8, there will be a wall of flowers at every palace. When any member of the royal family dies, the response from the monarchists in the UK and abroad is overwhelming. When Princess Diana died, flowers lined the streets of London. Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace were awash with floral tributes, and this will be the case if Queen Elizabeth passes too. Many alive in the UK right now will have never experienced the death of a monarch, and the response is hard to predict, but is set to be huge. Coming in at number 7, there will be commemorative memorabilia, and old coins and relics will become very valuable. The Queen's death will spark commemorative postage stamps, crockery, and coins galore. On top of that, old coins and memorabilia with her face on will soar in value. Any £1 notes? Hold on to them. Coins from her coronation year? You must look after them. Basically anything from her silver and golden jubilees will see improved value, as will anything with her face on from her reign. Coming in at number 6, the British national anthem will change. Most of us in the UK and Commonwealth countries are familiar with singing God Save the Queen. However, after the Queen dies, this tradition of over 65 years will be gone, and people will return to singing God Save the King. Then the lyrics will not be changed for a very long time. Speaking of the king, coming in at number 5, the new king will tour the world. As it goes, the king will be Prince Charles unless he makes any radical abdication decisions, but that would be unprecedented. Charles will become King Charles III and will immediately tour the UK. Then, after the dust settles, he'll be expected to tour the Commonwealth in order to consolidate his position. The title of monarch to the Commonwealth is not hereditary, so who knows what will happen there. On top of that, he will be expected to meet world leaders such as the United States President and other European leaders. So this brings us to number 4, there will be a shuffle in the lineup of succession. No longer the heir, Charles will become king. The first in line to the throne is William, his eldest son. Then second in line is William's son George. Basically everyone moves up one place. Of course, when George eventually has children of his own, things will shift even more. So a really big one at number 3, the Church of England will be in question. The Queen prides herself on being the head of the Church of England and a keeper of the faith. However, it's unclear if her son Charles, a man who has attracted some scandal in his time, feels the same way. While the royal family publicly attends church, the world is constantly modernising and moving away from religion. Indeed, the modern world is also moving away from the notion of a monarchy. Charles will need to consider his position with the Church of England as carefully as he will need to self-evaluate the role of a king in a modern age. Coming into number 2, Queen Elizabeth will forever be remembered as the longest reigning queen. The Queen of England is already the longest surviving queen in history, living and dead, and it seems unlikely that anyone will ever take this title away from her after her death. Her father died and she became queen when she was just 25 years old, which is very young for a modern monarch. She then lived right on into her 90s. It's unlikely that these circumstances will ever be replicated for a young female. Finally, at number 1, really sadly, but she could be the last ever Queen of England. I for one love the monarchy, but I am not the overpowering voice. A lot of people find it irrelevant and speculate that we'll be done with it in the not so distant future. At the moment, there are no females likely to succeed the throne, and this will be consolidated if Prince George has a boy when he grows up. Although he is just turning 4 years old, so give the guy some chance. Even if he does have a female child with no sons, by the time her succession comes around, there could be no monarchy left. This is all the more reason to celebrate Queen Elizabeth II now, while we still have her. So that was the top 10 things that will happen after Queen Elizabeth II dies, part 2. Thank you for tuning in to this 2-part series. I for one think that everything that has to be said on this topic has been discussed, but do let me know your thoughts and feedback in the comment section down below. I'm Rebecca Felgate. If you like this video, make sure you give it a good thumbs up and share it with a friend, and also don't forget to check out our new channel, Top 10 Gaming, dropping the 1st of August. Very excited. I'll see you guys in the next video.